Okay, so here's a thought. What if the fate of the entire planet rested on the shoulders of a middle school science teacher? That's the premise of Project Hail Mary, and it's as wild as it sounds.
It's such a fascinating setup. The sun is dying, humanity is on the brink of extinction, and the solution involves sending this one guy, who didn't even want to be there, on a mission light years away. It's a lot to unpack.
Right, and the reason the sun is dying is because of this alien organism called Petrova. It's essentially a microscopic parasite that's draining the sun's energy, and it's already wreaked havoc on other planets. Earth is next in line, and the clock is ticking.
What's interesting is how the movie doesn't just focus on the science of it all. It's also about the human element. Dr. Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, is such an unconventional hero. He's not a trained astronaut or a military figure. He's a scientist who got pulled into this because of his unique way of thinking.
And that's what makes him so compelling. He's brilliant, sure, but he's also deeply flawed. He's someone who walked away from the scientific community after a controversial paper, and now he's being asked to save the world. It's a lot of pressure for one person.
Especially when he wakes up on this spaceship, light years from Earth, and finds out his two crewmates are dead. That moment is so haunting. He's completely alone, with no memory of how he got there or what he's supposed to do.
And then, just when you think things can't get any worse, he meets Rocky. Rocky is this alien from another planet that's also being threatened by Petrova. At first, they can't even communicate, but they figure it out. Their relationship becomes the heart of the movie.
It's such a unique dynamic. Rocky isn't your typical alien. He's this crab-like creature made of rock, and yet he's so endearing. The way their friendship develops, from mutual curiosity to genuine partnership, is one of the most compelling parts of the story.
And it's not just about survival. Their bond is what keeps them both going. They're from completely different worlds, literally, but they find common ground. It's such a powerful message about connection and empathy.
That's where the humor comes in, too. The script, written by Drew Goddard, has this sharp wit that keeps the story from feeling too heavy. Even in the darkest moments, there's this levity that makes it all feel real.
Like the way Dr. Grace names the alien Rocky. It's such a small, humanizing detail, but it says so much about his character. He's in this unimaginable situation, but he still finds a way to make it relatable, almost lighthearted.
And Ryan Gosling just nails that balance. He brings so much depth to Dr. Grace. You really feel his fear, his determination, his loneliness. He's not a superhero. He's just a guy trying to do the right thing in an impossible situation.
Sandra Huller's Eva Stratt is another standout. She's the one who recruits Dr. Grace for the mission, and she's this no-nonsense, hyper-focused leader. She's not exactly likable, but you can't help but respect her.
That's what makes her character so fascinating. She's carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, and she doesn't have time for niceties. She's tough, but she has to be. It's a role that could have easily felt one-dimensional, but Huller brings so much nuance to it.
And then there's the visual side of things. Greg Fraser's cinematography is absolutely stunning. The way he captures the vastness of space, the alien landscapes, and even the interiors of the spaceship. It's all so immersive.
The sound design is just as impressive. The way they use sound, or sometimes the lack of it, to create tension is masterful. It's not just about what you see. It's about what you hear, or don't hear. It adds so much to the atmosphere.
But I will say, the pacing is a bit of an issue. The movie takes its time building up the story, and while I appreciate the character development and the world building, there were moments where it felt a little slow. Some tighter editing could have helped.
I can see that. It's definitely a slow burn, especially in the first half. But for me, that pacing worked. It gave the story room to breathe, and it made the emotional moments hit harder. By the time you get to the climax, you're fully invested in these characters and their journey.
And the payoff is worth it. The bond between Dr. Grace and Rocky, the resolution of the Petrova problem, it all comes together in such a satisfying way. It's one of those movies that stays with you long after the credits roll.
It's not just a movie. It's an experience. And while it's not perfect, like you said, the pacing could have been tighter. it's still one of the best sci-fi films I've seen in a long time. It's smart, emotional, and visually stunning.
So, the big question, should people see this movie? What do you think?
Absolutely. If you're a fan of science fiction or even just great storytelling, this is a must-watch. It's not your typical action-packed blockbuster, but that's what makes it so special. It's thoughtful, it's heartfelt, and it's unlike anything else out there.
I agree. It's not just for sci-fi fans. There's something universal about this story. The themes of friendship, sacrifice, and hope. It's a movie that makes you think, but it also makes you feel. And that's a rare combination.
So, final verdict?
I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's ambitious, it's emotional, and it's visually stunning. Definitely worth seeing.
Same here. 7.5 feels right. It's a movie that takes risks, and while not all of them pay off, the ones that do are unforgettable. So, if you're on the fence about seeing it, I'd say take the leap. It's a journey worth taking.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And with that, I think we've covered just about everything. Time to cue up the next adventure.
Agreed. Until next time.
You've been listening to Movies First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.